All right, I have realized that the lighting is not that bad. I guess I could do that. Yeah, I need to figure out how to do this more often because I have been, yeah, like I was just doing a little voice note, and I was walking around my office, like digging under my little couch here because the battery for my big ring light is dead and it requires a charger. Can I find that charger? No, I cannot. Yeah, and I don't, like, it should be right here. It should be somewhere under one of these things or over there, or, and it isn't. And I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm just going to give up looking for tonight. That's not that hard. Yeah, maybe I should bring you in closer. I am trying to reduce the activation energy here of like content creation and talking to the camera and talking to you guys and getting over my perfectionism and fear of being seen and all of that good stuff. Yeah, it's like I feel like everything has to be perfect in order to film. Like the conditions have to be perfect in order to film content. And the content has to be perfect in order to ever release it. So, yeah, perfectionism. It's coming. It's rearing its ugly head. That's kind of, is that as dark as it gets? It must be. Yeah, I got, like, some of my desk is pretty dialed. But I tend to just, like, sit down and get kind of stuck here. And I have, like, my research, my work, you know, all my research notes, books I'm reading, piles. And it's easy to get, like, it's easy to do the work. The work is so easy. I love the work. I love the work, you guys. The work is so amazing. But I mean, the research, right? But the work is also sharing that and getting it out and like getting people to know and understand what I do so that they're interested in what I do. And that's the tricky part because I'm like Aquarius, Mercury. I'm just going to go over here and think a lot and talk a lot of weird stuff. And please don't try to perceive me. I'm very weird, but I'm just a normal person. Yeah, so that's always going to be one of my big challenges, I think. So, yeah, right now I'm in a bit of chaos right now, which is honestly, like, seriously, mwah, I love it. I'm in a spot that I'm extremely grateful to be in because I have some finished work that I can talk about and sell and share with the world. I have a little bit of air cover and runway to research whatever the fuck I want and publish it in my journals, which these are the first 2 issues. I'm keeping them like new in box, which is kind of cute. But yeah, they're like, look at this. It's like I'm having so much fun writing it. I'm exploring such interesting themes and like uncovering wounds from my past that I think are healing to share with the world, because, you know, when we talk about the things that make us feel shameful, shame doesn't work anymore. And yeah, so I'm like, I'm really, really happy with where I am. I just have this feeling that like more people need to know about what I do and why I do it. And so that's one, like, I need to work on showing back up, like getting out in front of people and making content. So, yeah, here we are. Here we are in my office. I can give you guys a tour. Okay. Walking into my office. Got my witchy stuff, shelves with oils and stones and candles and crystal bowls and herbs and tarot decks and my notebooks and rocks and altar. And on this side there's kind of like this is just like a shelf to kind of catch stuff, but then also my little my fire ceremony altar. This little freaking microphone is such a champ. And then, yeah, we kind of, here, let me zoom, let me go wide angle. We got kind of this cozy little setup going on. It's not finished. This wall is pretty meh, but that's okay because it's not on camera a lot. And then, yeah, I've got this cozy little couch situation that has storage underneath it. And then my bookshelves back here. So, yeah, this is where I post from, you guys. Yeah, so I'm trying with the rear facing camera because sometimes being able to see my face is just, well, not sometimes, it is distracting. But it's also, now I'm just like, do I look okay? Is the lighting okay? And I'm just gonna to roll with it. So, yeah, I got a couple cozy spots. I can sit in my chair and put my feet up, or I can sit over here and relax with a book. I need to kind of work on my cushion situation because these are just like really old pillows, like pillows that got kicked off of my living room couch long ago, and now they're kind of relegated to the, like, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not super sold on this this fabric because it's actually just a duvet cover from IKEA, but it works for now. And yeah, I can kind of hang out here, get a little rest, read my books. Let's see, here's what's in the pile on the desk right now. You Are Not a Stranger Here by Nagar Fanuni. Journey through the major arcana. So far I've gotten through the Fool. So that's where I am. And you might have also noticed on my desk, I pulled out the major arcana of the Modern Witch Tarot, which is kind of my favorite. Just like classic Rider-Waite style, but queer, like make it inclusive. So yeah, I'm currently getting ready to start contemplating the Magician, adding those cards to my note card system. Indigenous economics, this I just picked up after seeing it on Threads, and it's pretty good. I am only on chapter 1. I got it on Thrift Books, and I always have to laugh when I buy something on Thrift Books, and the first page, the first chapter, it looks like this. Like, we've got highlighter and marginalia, like this was a college textbook. And then, of course, by chapter 2, there's like a little bit of underlining and marginalia, and then by 3 pages into chapter 2, it's pristine. in college, right? Um, home organization journal. I don't even know why I got that out. Oh, maybe because my home is not organized and I need to work on that. What the fuck is tarot? I just grabbed this down to see her approach to tarot. I've read this book before. It's been a long time, but yeah. So I guess I'm kind of that was really loud. Sorry. I guess I'm kind of studying tarot, but I'm also not. Like it's just I'm not. I'm just. It's just casual, right? It's just like, oh, let me refresh these. Like I'm not about to start getting tarot pilled. Nothing against tarot. It's just that that's not my chosen modality, right? I'm an astrologer, and I Ching is my secondary, like, esoteric system. I like to kind of put the things together and see, and so I'm just taking some time to think about like which I Ching and which signs and things, and like just learn the associations better. I'm not going to be offering tarot readings anytime soon. Don't worry about that. This one, I'm like 45 pages into it. This is called The Children of the Law of One and the Lost Teachings of Atlantis. It was kind of prophesied by Edward Casey, like this book would exist, but it's not based on that prophecy at all. It's a yeah, I can't describe it. I'll dig into it and maybe add. I think it'll start percolating into the journal and my work, but yeah, I like. How are we doing with like ontology lately? Like, how's our ontological, not shock, but just like, what's the word? Like ontological nihilism, I guess. I think that kind of sums up what we're being programmed into. We have to wake up from that. There's no time for nihilism. We can't afford that shit. Like, no. Like, take that back to the store where you bought it, get your money back, and come with us. We're getting integral, right? Nihilism is for 25-year-old men to like dabble in and then realize that there's something more. Yeah, but it's like, what is the role of an individual in creating something bigger and better? And to what extent can any one person expect to make the world a better place? And what is the best way for that one person to go about doing so? It's kind of a tough question, right? It's really, that's a lot of, that's like what we're here to figure out. But I honestly think that it's just by following your curiosity and your passion, and by expanding your worldview and empathy radius, and your perspective as wide as expand your perspective as broadly as you can and still take care of what you need to take care of on this earthly plane. I think that's what it is. Yeah, and astrology is how we figure that out. Like if you're lost and you don't really know what you're trying to do in life, you look to astrology. Like, that's where the answers are. That's literally where the, because your path is written in the stars. Like, you incarnated at a specific moment, and that moment is the beginning of the thing that is your life. And in that moment is the seed of everything that you're here to do. So, either learn astrology or just get, you know, find an astrologer and trade services or goods with them, or money, you know, if you have it. Yeah, because your birth chart contains the most valuable perspective on your life that you can ever have. And then there's layers that you can go deeper with that, right? Of course, we have human design, and then we have the gene keys. And those three things intersect in a way to show your potential. But you need to be discerning with your practitioners, right? And you need to find somebody who respects your free will rather than trying to brainwash you into joining a cult, even if it's really subtle and it doesn't feel like a cult. Yeah. So, my house is full of crinkle paper right now, like black and gold crinkle paper. It's everywhere. Yeah, it's delightful. Let's see. So I go this way. Yeah, I have some really cool ideas for how I want to transform and make this office better. I wonder if I would have put it in here. Of course. Oh man. I don't have ADHD. Okay. Let's see. Where are we going to plug this in? So when I finish this, so this is what I want to do is these are going to flip down, and they're actually going to be like flipped around. Flip around. So they're like this when they're this way. And there's going to be like a backing, like a pillow right there on it. And then they're going to pivot somewhere along here. I need to figure out exactly where they'll pivot. But they're going to pivot down so that they, it's hard to, there's too much shit in the way for this one to demonstrate. But basically, this is a nice hard surface. Like I can put down a metal tray and I can burn a spell, like spell candles on this if it's laying down. But it is hiding, like it's going to be hiding power strips and plugs, basically, cables. So yeah, I've got some ideas for how that's going to go together. But it's not ready yet. And right now the power strips are like hidden behind. That's why. It's because I plugged in the heated blanket. And so the charger had to get kicked out of its spot. But I can unplug the heated blanket right now. And the charger can do its job. And then we'll just unplug it when it's done. Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot of myself that I haven't been bringing into this world right now because I am a very complicated person and have never really figured out how to put all of my stuff and all of my interests together. Um, but one of the things that I have done a lot of in the past and I'm wanting to start to bring more of back in is like electronics hacking, um, like Arduino programming and um, stuff like that, right? Like making things that do things, um, like electronic things. Um, and so I am kind of working on setting up my space to get to the point where I can do, because I mean, having had a baby, like having electronics all over the place is, not not something you want to have with a small child. And so now that she's getting to be a little bit older, I feel like I can kind of start to bring that back in. Um, yeah, and then the content creation, right? I'm still kind of trying to figure out where that's going. But yeah, so, uh, and also like my favorite YouTube channels are all like DIY and vlogs and, yeah, like really heavy on the DIY stuff. So I might start to try to film some of that. There is one like witchy DIYer that I follow. Blanking on her name right now, of course. Is it Molly? I think it might be Molly. I don't know. I'll link her. If this video gets posted on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link her channel below. But I think there might be room for one more, you know, in a very different way. Like I'm not aesthetic, right? I'm weird and functional and um, a little bit strange. That's what you get, right? But I think people on the internet like strange, and people on the internet like unique, and yeah, I think I can make that work. So yeah, I've got like the room is almost like I think it's actually like the room is here. The room is content creatable. Um, Camera angles. I have a few different camera angles that I have set up. Like there's no like festering messes that I'm just like trying to like all the festering messes are actually are like hidden. Um, Lighting not so great. Um, that other ring light helps. Um, I can. I'll improve the lighting as I go. That's not that big. That shouldn't be something that stops me. And I think the sound with this little microphone is pretty good. This little freaking $30. Like there's two of them. I can be in stereo. Um, yeah, it's not Bluetooth, so there's no lag. It really works really quite well, very well for the price. And yeah, I just need to kind of really start to find my footing on what the fuck I'm talking about, who I'm talking to, what I'm saying, and where we're going. So this is like, I guess, episode 1 of this cozy little life stream series, which, oh yeah, that's a burp. Yeah, a little life stream, like I learned from Elena Rose. And yeah, I think I'll figure it out, right? We're all figuring it out together. Feel into what wants to be said. I bought a new meditation cushion. It's downstairs though. Oh, I love it. Ah, I have never owned a buckwheat meditation, like a Zafu, and it's so perfectly supportive. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so obsessed. Um, so I have, um, yeah, I've been meditating every single day for over 4 years. Um, and like off and on and inconsistently my whole life. Like once I realized what meditation was, I was like, oh yeah, I do that all the time. Like that's just the right. I just have always been kind of a space cadet. Like I'm checking in extra dimensionally, right? Um, but yeah, I've been looking for a way to kind of bring more discipline into my practice because it's all over the place. Like some days it's 2 minutes, some days it's 40. Um, Sometimes I'm just sitting like this. Sometimes I have my feet on the floor. Sometimes I'm always sitting up. I don't usually let myself meditate lying down because I fall asleep. But yeah, I'm trying to bring a little bit more structure around that, and I'm experimenting with some things that I'll probably be sharing about later, but not right now. Um, yeah, so I'm in this chaos, and when we use the word chaos, right, we don't mean utter disorder, right? Chaos is fertile. Chaos is um, ripe with possibility, right? It's like there is order under the surface, but it is not visible yet. And then from that chaos, something is about to unfold and come into creation. And that's where we are right now in the grand scheme of things, in like out in the world. Um, we're at this point of unfolding and great change, which any astrologer worth their salt would have looked ahead in the ephemeris and seen like, oh, all of these planets, like all four of the outer planets changing signs within the span of about a year. Literally never happened before. And so it's going to be a new era in so many different domains of life at the same time. Right? So anytime an outer planet moves into a new sign, that domain that planet owns is about to enter a new era. Um, but when we have all of these outer planets changing signs at the same time, then life is about to change in all of those different ways. And I personally am optimistic. I have to be because I like it's the system really wants us to be pessimistic. The system really wants us to just give up because they're terrified of what would happen if we all woke up together and simultaneously decided that this isn't how it has to be. And so, yeah, I'm on a mission to spread awareness and help people recognize the divinity within themselves and get in touch with that inner self that really wants to come forth and wants to do great things and wants to make the world a better place, a more beautiful place, a more harmonious place. And the best way for me to do that right now is to lead by example. So that's what I'm doing. And it's terrifying, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. And it's also thrilling, and it's really exciting. Yeah. 2026 is going to be the beginning of the beginning. Because we've been in the end for a long time, right? We've been in endings for a very long time. And right now what we're in is like the end of the end, right? And so coming up is the, like, what's after the end. That's this, so this is the last two hexagrams, 63 and 64. And 63 is after the ending, and 64 is before the ending. So we're in that kind of like, because like it's, there is no end. That's the thing, right? That like wake up and realize there's no end. There's no date at which we all ascend to another to another higher plane. There is no end of time. There is no end of the world. The world and time. Well, yes, eventually they will come to an end, but it's not anytime fucking soon. Like, it's not anytime soon. We need to realize that we're at the beginning of the beginning now, right? Where are we going to go from here? What are we going to do now? Because we can't just say, oh, it's all terrible, we give up. Because that's what we've been doing for too long and it's not working. We need to stop giving up. We need to give a fuck and do the inner work first, so that then when we do the outer work, it is a reflection of the divine will for through ourselves as an instrument, instead of being our ego trying to make itself feel better by going out and, like, I don't know, doing performative activism, right? Yeah, so we got to do the inner work, and that's the shitty part, that's the hard part, and that's the really, like, it's uncharted territory, and we're in a place where the inner work has become a privilege, and having access to the right kinds of coaches and therapy that is that are safe spaces and actually healing is a privilege. So any of us who have the privilege of having access to those things have a responsibility to be doing the best that we can. And so that's why we do the inner work.